Minister, could you give a bit of detail on the dairy calf to beef scheme that you mentioned during your remarks there?
In terms of the BEEP S scheme last year was very popular, in particular with suckler farmers, and we've managed to maintain funding and continue that into 2021, but also have identified and allocated an extra €5 million now for a dairy calf to beef scheme. So that will be making a payment to farmers for weighing of calves. And it's about trying to ensure that there is more integration between the dairy sector and attention and the beef sector in terms of ensuring that the genetics within the dairy sector are appropriate to beef and actually can produce a good beef animal and one that can be profitable. And this €5 million for a dairy calf to beef scheme, I think, is an important signal and important funding in its own right in relation to supporting that initiative and that policy.
And Minister, aside from that, what would be the key points, as far as you're concerned, in the budget allocation for your department?
I think overall we've achieved an 11% increase in funding for the department over and above what would have been in budget last year. And I think that's a reflection of the importance that's been allocated to the department and to agriculture, food and fisheries in relation to ensuring that incomes are supported in the year ahead, and also in terms of reflecting the challenges that Brexit in particular poses for our sectors. So I think coming out of that in relation to the rural development programme schemes, I think it's really, really important that we ensure they can continue into next year and that there isn't any gap in those schemes like would have happened in the past when we've been moving from one 7-year CAP programme into another. And also, I think importantly then as well, in relation to the 79 million of additional funding and fresh funding which we've identified for new pilot environmental schemes, that's going to be really welcome and welcome new funding in terms of farmer incomes, but also in terms of achieving environmental outputs and trying to address biodiversity and habitat decline.